Ken Robinson, a British author and advisor on education, once quoted, "Curiosity is the engine of achievement." But this was not always the case for me. One day, my family and I decided to go eat out at Cracker Barrel. I was about 6 years old at the time, and it was packed. So we stood in line for a long time, and after standing in line for about 15 minutes, I noticed an old guy standing in the middle of the room. And it was funny because this old guy looked exactly like the guy from the sign sitting next to the barrel, and he also wasn't moving. So naturally, like any other 6-year-old, I went straight up to the man, and to see if he was a statue or not, I poked him in the stomach. In the case of my curiosity, it did not always lead to achievement. In fact, if I were to reword the quote, I would reword it to "Curiosity often leads to embarrassment." Another incident of mine took place 2 years later when I was 8 years old. We took a trip to go visit my grandparents in Michigan, and I noticed a golf tee lying on the ground. So I picked it up, and for some reason, I was curious what would happen if I drew on the door. So I took the tee, and I etched a little small line on it, and then I wiped it with my thumb, and it came right off. I then proceeded to draw another etch. So I etched my name on the door in big, massive letters, and then later forgot about it. It was incredibly easy for me to view my curiosity as something that only led to embarrassment or regret, especially when I jumped back in surprise after seeing what I thought was a statue look down at me, or suffering the wrath of my dad after scratching his brand new car. But as I got older, I learned that curiosity, just like the quote said, can be good. Curiosity has led me to play sports, to learn a musical instrument, to join a volunteer fire department, and to pursue a nursing degree. I would not have done any of those things if it weren't for curiosity. Curiosity, even though it may lead to embarrassment, can lead to success.